If you are a fan of action games and want to play some of them on your low-end PC, here are the top 5 best choices you should pick. Action is one of the most popular genres in video games. The action genre includes any game where the player overcomes challenges by physical means such as precise aim and quick response times. Action games can sometimes incorporate other challenges such as races, puzzles, or collecting objects, but they are not central to the genre. In this video, we are going to list out the best action games for low-end PC. Number 5, Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor is a 2014 action-adventure game from the same company that made Batman: Arkham Asylum. Overall, you can describe it as Batman with sword and arrow, as the game's combat is pretty much identical. While Shadow of Mordor is an open-world game, it is pretty lightweight as there are no big structures on the map. In this game, players control a ranger named Talion, whose family was murdered by the Dark Lord's forces. His life was saved by an elven ghost named Celebrimbor, the creator of the Rings of Power. Therefore, the main story missions follow Talion's quest for revenge, with side quests that reveal more of the story and Celebrimbor's past. Aside from the Tolkien-based settings, if you are a Lord of the Rings fan, the combat is probably the best part in Shadow of Mordor. Players can complete missions using melee, ranged combat, and stealth approaches, mixing special focus-based attacks in between.
But it is well acted.
Now do you believe me, Ranger?
What has happened to me?
You are banished from death.
Number 4, Batman: Arkham Asylum. Batman: Arkham Asylum is a 2009 action-adventure game that put the players into the cape and cowl of the iconic DC hero Batman. While looking good, Batman: Arkham Asylum is lightweight enough that even a low-end PC could run it smoothly. In Batman: Arkham Asylum, the Joker instigated a plot to seize control of Arkham Asylum, trapping Batman inside with many of his archenemies. Players have to use Batman's many abilities to defeat their foes and get out. The best part of this game is probably its perfect blend of combat, stealth, detective ability, and gadget. It is regarded as one of the best superhero video games ever made.
Gloriously! Now let's get this party started!
There's no escape, Joker.
I don't want to escape. I'm having way too much fun.
Number 3, Just Cause 2. Just Cause 2 is a 2010 action-adventure game, which is old enough to run on almost anything. It's about as close as you'll get to playing an action movie on an open-world map on PC. From shooting down helicopters with a Gatling gun, parachuting out of sports cars at the last second to hijacking planes in mid-air. There are a lot of extreme things you can do, with some explosions added in between. Players step into the shoes of Rico Rodriguez, a field operative of the agency. His mission is to overthrow the island dictatorship of Painoff. The world map is fairly big with a variety of landscapes, including deserts, mountains and jungles, and over 300 settlements. The game features a large arsenal of weapons that players can use to fight enemies. From two-handed pistols to rocket launchers, and a variety of sea, land, and air vehicles, it is among the best games like GTA for PC that does not focus on stealing cars. Number 2, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag. Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag is the 6th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series. Players step into the shoes of protagonist Edward Kenway, who is a part of the centuries-old struggle between the Assassins and the Templars. The game's setting spans the West Indies with the 3 main cities of Havana, Kingston, and Nassau, along with numerous sunken ships, islands, and forts. Unlike previous games, Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag's gameplay focuses more on the ship-based exploration of the seamless open-world map, alongside ship combat. However, it still retains the series' third-person land-based exploration, stealth system, and melee combat. Edward Kenway captains the Jackdaw, a ship he captures from the Spanish fleet in an early game mission. Overall, the best parts of Assassin's Creed 4, Black Flag are its rich game world, interesting missions, fun ship combat and beautiful soundtrack. This is a 2013 game, a low-end PC could run it just fine. It is one of the best pirate games on PC.
So if it's fortune and adventure you seek, then Captain Edward Kenway's your man. Only, don't meddle in his private affairs. For there's more mystery to that man than even I dare ask.
Number 1, BioShock. BioShock is a 2007 first-person action game, with borrowed elements from RPG and survival horror genres. Players step into the shoes of the protagonist, Jack, after his plane crash near the underwater city of Rapture. The players need to find a way to escape the city while dealing with hordes of dangerous enemies, from the aggressive splicers to the deadly Big Daddies, while engaging with the few sane humans that remain and learning more about Rapture's past. The game is optimized extremely well. You can run the original version on pretty much any modern computer. While BioShock's story and aesthetics are great, the gameplay is even better. Players can use an array of unique weapons, from mundanes like pistol or shotgun, to sci-fi like the chemical thrower. Each weapon also has upgrades that change how they are used. Besides weapons, players can also use plasmids, a magic, that give them various unique powers. From powerful telekinetic blasts that can hurl large objects at enemies, to summoning bees out of your hand, each skill is just really fun to use. There are also gene tonics that provide passive abilities as well.
No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. I rejected those answers. Instead, I chose something different. I chose Rapture.
This is the end of our guide for the best action games for low-end PC. Make sure to subscribe for more awesome content. Stay tuned. See you soon. Bye bye.